So, real quick, I just got back from the mountains and I just picked this up last week. The Ultra 3000 with an accessory pouch. I was real curious about this piece and I couldn't find out a whole lot of information about it. So I went down there and checked it out, and it's perfect for what I needed. I wanted to wait for the 4000 to come out, but I'm going to be in the mountains too many times prior to that to not have a pack with me. So I went down there and I was thinking the 3000 is not going to be big enough. I had an 1850. It was great for day hunts, but overnighters and stuff, if you have any camera equipment, rain gear, whatever, it's just too tight. And the 5200, which was my other option, was too big for most day hunts. It was just too floppy and a lot of digging. So I wanted to meet in the middle, so that's what I did. I'll show you how it worked. Basically, there's tabs all over the top of this. There's one here, one here, one here, and one here. There's 4 on each side around the top of this bag. And they have these snap clips like KUIU's always had. So I mean, if I just have a puffy jacket in here right now to show you the size of it. I was told it's about almost 500, maybe 450 cubic inches. So really just made this almost a 3500, which is perfect. But you unclip each side, boom, boom, and now you got top access. It's just like a lid at that point. And when you're not going for a couple days, what I wanted it for was for extended, 3-day type stuff down to a day. But I mean, looking at the size of this, you can run this thing down the side with the straps across the side of it. You can run it on top as a lid, which is what I wanted to do with it. It's perfect. It's $20. It's a lot of extra space, and there's a lot of places to attach it. It'll hold a lot of stuff. It'll hold all my dry bags for the most part with, food, coffee, water filters, any of that stuff. You can put it right here if need be. And then now I'm back to just a 3000 if I want to run a gnarly day hunt or something like that, or even probably an overnighter just out of this if I don't have to bring rain gear and all that other stuff. So just to show you the packing limits or what I got going in here, this side is clean. There's no pocket here, but you can strap stuff anywhere between, this here. I just happen to run the trekking poles on this side. They give you more straps here and some great attachment points along the side here. Super tough loops to clip to. So, yeah, I got these straps here holding my trekking poles on. Those could go anywhere. The tripod, I just put the legs in the pocket. Run this on this side. And this top pocket here is pretty good size. I got my filter and the squeeze bag system here. I got a little inflatable pillow type deal, lights, a couple, gloves for cleaning animals, batteries, things like that. Big pocket right here. I mean, not huge, but I mean just enough for all your little odds and ends. This pocket is, I love this. I didn't used to, but I do now. This weekend it was off and on rain, so I threw my Chugach rain jacket over the top of my unprotected 77 millimeter straight spotting scope. That's a pretty decent sized spotting scope of stuff in here with a rain jacket, and sandwiched under that are my rain pants. So pants, spotter, jacket created a perfect pillow as far as protection for that thing, which was important. This is a great pocket for just any quick access to jackets and spotting scopes and whatever. I'm glad that worked out as well as it did. And the Ultra bag, if you don't know, is no frills. It's just a big giant main compartment down here. There's no pockets on the inside like you would have on a Icon, but it's lighter that way. So, and this isn't, this is a huge shelter for some people, or to some people. But gators here, the food's gone, ate the food, but it fit. This is just other camp necessities. First aid dry bag, then the cook set, a Lux teepee, And I normally will wrap paracord around this to really scrunch this thing down because it will get quite a bit smaller. But for the sake of the video, I just threw it back in there. But this is a 2-person TV with a bug nest. So I mean, it's 3 pounds and it's sizable, but it does slim down quite a bit when you put some work to it. So that's in there. My Static V sleeping pad and my Outdoor Vitals quilt. That sits down there nicely at the bottom. And then to hold the bladder. Oh, and I got actually about 1.5 liters worth of water in this thing too. But in here is the bladder sleeve because it doesn't have any means of holding a bladder. It's got the tab to hang it, which I didn't have clipped. But you can hang a bladder in there. There's just nothing to put it in or on. So you get the sleeve, and now you're golden. So I mean, that was a full camp, giant shelter for one dude. Rain gear, gaiters, a lot of stuff that, like, you know, and that jacket. I'm not going to need that come September, and probably not the rain gear come September, or not September, August, bow season. So for me, this is going to be killer. This is going to be kick-ass. I'm going to be able to bring in a lot of food, probably a full bladder if I need to. Not that I'm worried about it, but this actually worked out killer. I think the 4,000 in a day pack situation, if I didn't have a whole lot of gear, it might have been actually a little big. So I'm glad that the 3,000 worked as good as it did. And that accessory pouch is killer. And you can buy a ton of those. Strap them here on the top, and add. I mean, that'd be 1,500 damn near cubic inches, and you can go for days. So I'm really glad this thing worked out as good as it did. And the hip pouch, I got one hip pouch on the side. That thing is a little bit bigger than the other ones used to be, and it's a lot easier to access. I remember what I got in there. I got an extra headlamp. I got some batteries, some flagging, some DEET, and the Outdoorsman's Phino adapter, all tucked in that one pocket. And I left the other side clean so I could put my Leatherman, possibly a pistol if you needed to. So yeah, the Ultra 3000 with that accessory bag is my go-to this year, and I am pretty damn pumped about it. Check it out if you are needing something like this.